Good morning, people. I just landed in
Wow, welcome back if you've been here before. If you're stumbling across this from a weird internet rabbit hole, this is hashtag Just Sayin. And while we're prostituting ourselves, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. I'm only going to say it once. I'm not going to do it through the whole show. Don't worry. I hate those
YouTubers.
YouTube things that do that through the whole thing.
Smash that like button. You're going to hear it once.
Smash it with what? However, if you smash that like button, be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell like it owes you money. It will let you know when we upload new content.
Cha-ching.
You can watch the first 40 on the YouTubes, listen wherever streaming things stream. You can watch the pre-show banter on TikTok at hashtag Just Sayin. Prostitution done.
Yes.
Wow.
That was a lot.
It was. I got it all taken care of.
Nice.
Right at the forefront.
Unlike these other ones who do it 6 times during the show.
This gator's going to eat me. Alligators. Now, what's the difference between an alligator and a crocodile?
It has something to do with the snout.
The snout?
The snout. I just don't know what the snout issue is.
Okay. Let us know in the comments. What's the difference between an alligator and a crocodile?
What's with the snout? It has something to do with the snout. I know it does. Or maybe I just heard that somewhere.
I don't know.
So, oh my God, there's so much. I have.
There is so much this week.
I have.
Personally and in the news. Jesus.
Oh, the news in and of itself has been insane.
Yes.
I've been trying
Always
to.
is.
I've been trying to keep track.
Yeah.
What news story are you referring to? Just there's several, or
the bridge collapse.
Oh yeah, the bridge
P.
collapse.
Diddy.
I got a whole thing about P. Diddy, dude. We might as well crack that egg right now.
All right, go for it.
Where
in the world is...
if you've not been able to keep up with the whole Diddy saga, Diddy
Sean
did
Combs.
Diddling?
Diddy did it. Diddy did it, and he is gone.
He's on the lamb.
Yeah,
Dylan Diddy did it.
Oh yeah, he done did it. So he has charges allegedly. Don't sue me. Of Homeland Security raided his house for racketeering.
Which house?
Yeah, both houses.
L.A. and Miami.
They did it simultaneously, which is, I guess, what they're supposed to do.
Go.
Okay.
On charges, I have to mute this. On charges of racketeering, sex trafficking.
Like Vince McMahon.
He has so many charges against him.
Weapons.
Like drugging women.
Bill Cosby and them?
Extorting.
Well, they're not going to go willing, though, Tara.
Let's turn that up.
Yeah.
I have a theory that because Diddy used to throw really crazy parties, and I have a feeling that he has a lot of footage of things, and
recorded while drunk.
And when he gets busted, he is going to use that as leverage. You mark my words.
Sounds right.
Yeah. Because a lot of names have been coming out, like Jay-Z, Usher, Bieber. All these people. Like,
wow.
Not that they've been implicated in anything, but these are people who have stayed at his house.
Allegedly.
Usher stayed at Puffy's house when he was 14 years old.
Exactly.
Yes.
And how old was Puffy at the time?
Well, I don't know how old he is now.
Oh, I don't know either.
But clearly older than
14.
Usher. And he
old enough
said
to own a house.
He would not elaborate, but he said he saw a lot of things.
Yeah.
Yeah. He goes, I saw a lot of messed up stuff. So oh yeah, and by the way, so there's this producer, and he is suing Sean Combs.
Okay.
John Combs.
What for?
And he is suing him for not paying him because he helped him produce his album. assault and like a sexual assault. And also named in the sexual assault is Cuba Gooding Jr.
What?
Yeah. Now, during this whole thing, a few months ago, do you guys remember? A few months ago, Cat Williams had like a whole meltdown.
Oh yeah.
Remember the Cat Williams thing when he went on Shannon Sharp's talk show?
Yeah.
And Cat Williams had casually mentioned P. Diddy.
Casually
mentioned him and then said, you wait and see, 2024, all this stuff is going to come out. And
he was right.
It's starting to happen.
Psychic.
It's starting to happen. And I was like, wow. Now, 50 Cent, the rapper / actor, and we'll put actor in quotes.
Yeah, it's an actor.
I actually don't want to piss 50 off because he is a professional troll. He's a professional troll. Like there was a thing with Floyd. He had a beef with Floyd Mayweather, right?
Okay.
And he went on Instagram and he said, he goes, Floyd, I will pay you $500,000 if you can read on camera one page of a Harry Potter book. Because it's alleged that like Floyd Mayweather is uneducated and he can't read.
Okay.
So then somehow
did you read those checks?
Somehow Jimmy Kimmel got a hold of this.
Oh shit.
And he said, if he does that, can we do it on my show? And 50 was like, hell yeah. And then he made another Instagram post and he goes, okay, so Jimmy Kimmel's involved and he wants you to do it on the show. He goes, I understand that Harry Potter might be a little too advanced for you, so we'll do fucking Cat in the Hat. He goes, if you can read Cat in the Hat, I will write you a check. This is the level
you spell my name right.
This is the level of trolling that 50 Cent is capable of. And he has been ripping up Diddy all week.
Damn.
And I am here for it. I'm telling you. I was like, holy smokes. Like, he's just going on and he's like, where's Diddy? Where'd Diddy go? He's like...
He's in another country.
Yeah, and then when it broke that there's like surveillance footage and Diddy has tapes and stuff, he posted and he goes, I will give $1 million for footage. He goes, I'm getting these tapes. He goes, how much you want to bet I'm going to get him? I was like, I want you to get him because I know he'll post it.
Yeah, excuse me. Sorry. What do you got, Sean?
Today,
yeah,
like this time of the year, or this time of the century, Diddy is 54.
Okay.
Usher is 45 right now.
There you go.
Oh, not too bad.
All right.
9 years.
So this was what, 9 years ago we're talking?
No, when Usher was 14.
When Usher was 14.
So 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
It's still just a little bit odd.
It is odd, man.
To have an individual stay at your house when they're 14 years old that you're not related to. But.
So roughly around 94.
Yeah. All right. Makes sense. I was just out of high school.
Bad boys for life.
That
That's
makes me sad.
Back when he was with Mace.
Yeah. I was thinking that the other day. I'm like, where's Mace? Why hasn't he come out and said anything?
Like a preacher?
He's a preacher now.
Yeah.
Well, he's been a preacher for a little while. I said, boy, wait till he pops out of the woodwork. How has nobody contacted him? Be like, oh, what stories do you have? What'd you see? I know you saw something.
That's right. He's seen it all.
They all see something.
Oh,
He got paid to look the other way.
Here's the other thing that I found interesting, right?
Yeah.
Is Diddy dated J-Lo.
Did he?
For a little while. Yes, Diddy did.
He did.
And
okay. Briefly.
He was with J-Lo. Do you remember? This is like, I don't know how long ago this is now. It has to be like 10 years, 15 years.
Okay.
He and J-Lo had gone to a club. And she had brought a gun to the club to give to Diddy. She did. And
I was going to say good for her. But...
Diddy shot somebody with it.
Oh my God.
And
Who did he shoot?
It was either a murder or an attempted murder. And do you remember that rapper Shine? There was a rapper named Shine, and he ended up taking the fall for it.
Oh.
He went to prison over it for him. But, like, everybody is pretty much like, yeah, Diddy did that.
Who did he shoot?
I don't know. It was just somebody in the club.
Okay.
But I'm like...
I don't like you.
Yeah, but I'm like, I wonder if there's going to be any backlash of J-Lo, because she dated him for not a full year, but they were together for a while. Like, she had to have seen some shit, too.
When they're ready to dig up more shit.
Yeah.
That's when they're digging.
Oh, it'll get dug. It's the digging.
Your Honor, we call to the stand Jennifer Lopez.
It's the dig will dug.
Did he dig with Doug dig?
Oh yeah.
She's with Ben now.
Yes, she is.
Benifer.
We have our own cat in the hat here today.
Yeah.
The dig, Doug dig.
Dug.
Diggity, giggity.
Oh yeah. So
they haven't found him yet.
No, they have not found him yet. He's on the lamb.
The lamb.
Or the goat, whatever you want. Whatever animal you like.
I'm surprised they haven't found him yet. Like, damn. Recognized person in the world.
You know what I thought was shitty was he took off. It was just a screen glitch.
Yeah.
Is he took off and left his sons at the house to be detained and not arrested because they weren't technically arrested, but
how old are they?
I think they're in their 20s. But still, that's a horrible thing to do. Like, I'm gonna go. You guys hang out here and talk to law enforcement for me. Just watch the house while I'm
You
gone.
know where I'm at.
Thanks, Dad.
Watch the house while I'm gone. Make sure everything's okay.
Have a party. Make sure you record everything.
Jesus.
Learn from your dad. Record everything.
Yeah. Ooh-wee.
Jesus. Wow. That's a lot.
Oh, yeah.
No, just 1 week.
Yeah. And they still...
Overnight.
When they find him, boy, oh boy. They're saying he's in, where were they saying he was?
Bora Bora.
They're saying he's someplace that doesn't normally extradite. And I'm like...
Middle East?
You know what? No, not the Middle East. Like an island or something. And I'm like, you know what?
Really?
I think it all depends on what cooperation you can get from law enforcement on the other side. Like
we'll pay you.
Yeah, if you can get them to
Let
do
them
it,
go.
I'm pretty sure they'll grab them.
So he's gonna hide. Was he gonna hide on the island like Tom Hanks did? Well, you know he wasn't.
Castaway.
Wilson.
Yeah. He wasn't hiding, but he was on the island for a long time.
Yeah.
He wasn't hiding. He was just crash landing.
Yep.
I don't know. I don't know what he think. Like if he does that, like you can't ever set foot on a U.S. territory again. I mean, I don't know.
You're gonna have to get some like a disguise.
A disguise.
Like shave everything. Like shave his head, shave everything. You wouldn't recognize him. Like, who's this guy?
I don't think he had a whole lot of hair anyway. I think he had a close crop.
Close.
Close crop, as the kids say. Pretty sure.
So his net worth has gone down.
Has it? I wouldn't be surprised.
Probably.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Speaking of going down.
Okay.
Sorry,
In which
I know.
way?
Too soon.
Too soon?
The bridge.
Oh, the bridge.
He's got hair.
Well, I mean, it's not like he,
Has fled.
Yeah.
Now, do you think it was an accident?
What?
The bridge?
Yes, the ship lost power.
Twice.
Yeah.
Okay. Some
I mean,
people don't think that.
I realize that some people don't think
I've
that.
seen like thousands of videos, different angles. Like,
Yeah.
what's this over here? What's this?
No.
Like,
Some people were trying to say it was terrorists.
Yeah, no, I don't think it was anything nefarious. I think it was just a ship that lost control. I mean, unfortunately, it happens.
It had no power when it hit.
it's happened in the past.
Yeah.
It'll probably happen again.
Unfortunately, I mean,
I've been hearing everyone talk about it at the station that I work at,
yeah.
and whenever they were talking about it, and they mentioned that they were even saying on the radio, "Mayday, Mayday." I couldn't help chuckling because all I thought was the movie Airplane. Mayday.
What the hell is that? It's April.
And you get a guy.
It's April Day.
What do you make of this, Johnson? Well, I can make a hat. I can make a brooch.
Oh, man.
And Leon's getting larger.
Leon.
Leon. Oh, boy.
All right, you ready for my week?
Sure.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
Saturday. Obviously not tomorrow. Last Saturday, my
Okay.
boss decided to buy lunch for the shop.
Okay.
Nice guy, you know. So he sent me to Popeyes to go get lunch.
Ooh, chicken.
I'm buying, you're flying.
Yeah. So
Nice.
He wanted a 12-piece family meal with 2 sides, and he wanted fries and mashed potatoes. So I go to order, and he's like, we're out of mashed potatoes. What?
Really?
How the hell are you out of This was at like 12, like 30 in there. Like they opened at 11,
Yeah.
and within less than 2 hours, they ran out of mashed potatoes.
Wow.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Do they have very popular mashed potatoes?
I guess so. So they fucking ran out.
Wow.
So I had to get double fry. I'm like,
I've gone to KFC
Whatever.
before and they had no chicken.
It's literally in your name. Why don't you have chicken?
That night was awesome though. I was with Tab
Yeah?
and she went off on them.
Ooh.
We waited like 20 minutes for them to make chicken.
how do you make a chicken?
Well, they probably had it out back
Yeah.
and they had to
They
thaw.
Yeah.
But they said they were out of chicken. Get it?
They were out of chicken that wasn't frozen.
We went across the street to freaking.
We went down to
Snuck in the backyard
Popeyes.
over there.
We
and
went to
cut
Shaw's
the-
and got some chicken.
We went down the street to Popeyes, but they didn't have any mashed.
Damn.
So you're on your own.
That was Saturday during the day. Saturday night, I watched the new Roadhouse.
Okay.
It's a movie, not a series.
Okay.
I didn't know this. But 2-hour movie. That's with Jake Gyllenhaal and Conor McGregor.
Hmm.
The UFC guy. It was pretty good.
I've heard Conor McGregor's acting was really bad.
Oh, yeah. It is. He is a horrible actor.
Well, he's taken a lot of hits to the head. Yeah.
So, it was good. I enjoyed it.
Okay.
You know, it was very action-packed. You know, it's on
Fair
I
enough.
think Prime Video. Yeah, Roadhouse
Mm,
takes place in Florida.
of course. Why wouldn't it? Why wouldn't it take
That
place
was
in
Saturday.
Florida?
When did they film it? Do you know? Was it last year or something recently?
I don't know.
Say maybe you watch around the background. Maybe you'll see the cops invading P. Diddy's house.
No, it wasn't that recent.
Yeah.
Sunday, I went to the car wash, and I pull up to the thing, I put my money in,
Okay.
select my wash, get my receipt, and I'm waiting for the door to open, pull in. Never opened. I'm like, what the fuck? There's no other car in there. I'm like, no, what the hell?
Trapping you in.
So I freaking there's a number on the receipt. I called. I'm like, yeah, your car wash isn't working. We'll be right there. And like within minutes, they were like right there.
Oh,
Help.
wow.
And the guy, he couldn't figure out what was wrong with it. So I'm like, what do I do? He's like, there's another bay. He's like, I'll set it up over there. You can get the wash. I'm like, all right. But I wanted the touchless, but whatever.
Oh,
Well, like,
I prefer the
I was
touchless.
hoping to get like a free wash. I was like,
Yeah.
I was hoping to get a free
like he felt bad. Oh, I feel bad. And you get a free wash. But no.
Oh, well, that sucks.
Yeah. I don't know.
I went to one down the road from me, and it's called, I forget what the hell. It has a really weird name. It's like the Buggy Bubble or something like that, like Bubble Buggy or something weird.
Rubber baby buggy bubble.
Yeah, so I went in there. This was like only a few weeks ago,
Yeah.
and it's one of those things you have to get your car on the track, and then it like wheels you through, but it's touchless.
I hate those tracks.
I do too, because I'm never certain where my
Yep.
wheels are.
They stand
So-
there and like,
That's precisely what he was doing, and I guess I wasn't doing it good enough, because he gave me the roll down.
roll my.
So I put the window down, and he comes over and he goes, "Here's what I need you to do." And I was like, "Yeah." And he goes, "I need you to keep turning it that way." And I said, "Okay." He goes, "Until you feel something." I said, "What, emotionally, or?" Because
What am I feeling?
I'm pretty emotionally stunted at this point in the day. And he's like, keep going. So I'm doing it, and he goes, stop it now. So I stopped, and I'm just like, now what do we do? He goes, now you're just going to put it in neutral, and don't put your foot on the brake. Like, I won't.
Windows up.
Like, he didn't seem like the type of person that hated his job. I think he just didn't like me.
I don't like the color of your car. Damn it.
Nah,
It's too bright.
You're too orange.
Too bright.
I don't like the cut of your jib. I said, oh, that's fair. Sorry.
Sunday night. I
Oh,
watched
gosh.
the biography of British Bulldog.
Oh, yeah?
It's really good. His drug of choice was morphine.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, he was addicted to that.
Well,
Like, oh, shit.
that'll certainly do it.
Yeah. Dead.
I didn't know he did that stuff.
He hit it really well.
I guess he did. Did he do the DDP program?
Nope.
No.
He just passed away.
He died from it?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, that's
I
awful.
had a heart attack or something.
Oh.
Davy Boy Smith.
Well, that had a completely different ending than I thought we were going to have.
I think they've all done like some sort of like drug.
Well, yeah.
Over
Look
the
what they
years.
put their bodies through.
True.
Yeah.
Some suffer the consequences.
Russell's life is very short.
Yeah.
A lot of them died before they're 54.
Oof. Jeez.
Hogan's still going. He's
Amazingly.
Like, he's like 70 something.
He had to have done steroids. He had to have. I won't accept any other answer.
They haven't had a buy on him yet. He's probably like, I don't want to do it.
I don't know. Well, he's busy. Doesn't he have like a
He has his own store
Does he?
down in Florida.
doesn't he have a reality show with his daughters or something?
I think that lasted like 2-3 seasons.
So he had a show.
Hogan knows best.
Uh,
Hogan
He
knows
obviously
shit.
doesn't.
I wouldn't think
Plus,
that he.
she's his ex-wife now. He's with someone else.
Oh Jesus! What's that? Wife number 12. Well,
All right, what else I got?
I don't know.
Tuesday,
I don't know, Margot.
customer came in with his giant inner tube. Like huge, like a monster truck. Freaking, he's like, can you pump this up for me? Sure, I pumped it up. I'm like, what's this for? He's like, it's for a monkey jump. What?
A monkey
A
jump.
monkey jump. I had to look it up.
What the fuck?
Exactly. So I looked it up. You ready?
Okay.
Jump, climb, bounce, and swing to your heart's delight. The monkey jump provides year-round entertainment and countless hours of fun. Enjoy the monkey jump solo. Invite friends to jump around, climb the poles, swing from side to side, or bounce about. Kids cannot get enough of it. You'll never hear, I'm bored again. I'll show you the picture in a second. Colorful engineer-designed powder-coated steel pole system with a sturdy base for jumping stability and a rubber inner tube, which I pumped up, come together to create a play
Which Joe
environment
took care of. Thank you
that
very
is
much.
safer than a trampoline or a bounce house and takes up less space. The monkey jump is easy to move to capitalize on maximum fun. It's weather resistant for outdoor use and can be used indoors, on flooring or carpet.
I like the phrase
show.
capitalize on maximum fun.
Yeah.
That's nice.
This is a monkey jump.
Oh, so it's an inner tube
you
with
jump on it.
bars attached to it.
Yeah. Guess how much it cost?
$100.
200
Ooh,
Or more.
boy.
$1.
or more. You know,
I don't. It doesn't seem like it should cost that much.
it does.
It's not a whole lot of
I
parts.
think the cheapest I saw was like 180, and like the most was like 275. I'm like, what the hell? Oh, hello. A monkey jump.
A monkey jump, huh?
Yeah. Get yours today.
My kid's $1.
Your kids will never be bored again.
$1, Bob.
Let's see here. Adam Sandler is bringing back one of his most famous characters.
Why?
Guess which one? You probably see it.
Bobby Boucher.
You can read.
I can't imagine.
Happy Gilmore.
Oh.
Yeah. Which came out in 1996, almost 30 years. And now he's bringing back Happy Gilmore 2.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, good, because some of the other movies he's done recently sucks.
Yeah.
They're like dull. They're not as good as they used to be.
He's coming back.
The ones I liked was Happy Gilmore, Billy Madison,
Yeah.
Bulletproof,
Waterboy.
Waterboy.
Bulletproof.
Yep, that's with Damon Wayans.
Oh, I don't think I ever saw that one.
Damon played an LA cop, and
What's the one with Martin Lawrence and he's a cop, pretending to be a cop? Judge Reinhold?
Blue Streak?
Blue Streak?
Blue Streak, but Judge Reinhold's not in it.
Oh.
Who's the guy? It's Martin Lawrence and something else.
Owen Wilson's brother.
Luke Wilson.
Oh,
Yes.
Luke Wilson.
Okay.
Oh. I
I haven't seen that in
I was
so
like,
long.
damn.
I
I'm
remember
like,
that.
wait.
Wow.
I was like, wow. It was a long time ago.
Frankly,
I remember that because he does Owen's looks, like all the
Yeah.
facial expressions Owen does.
frankly, I'm impressed we were all able to come up with the answer without techno
Looking it up.
without AIDS.
Speaking of Martin Lawrence,
I wasn't. But
you see the Bad Boys Ride or Die trailer?
yeah.
What'd you think?
You know what? I have issues with Will Smith now.
Ever since the slap?
The slap.
Heard
and,
around the world.
You know, there's the slap,
Yeah.
and then there's like all the stuff that came out afterward.
I think it's
What came out?
Well, I mean, listen, it's not for me to say, you know,
Yeah, we might
what,
get slapped too.
what people should do in their own homes. I don't give a shit, right? But clearly he's being emotionally abused.
Okay.
And because she's a lunatic. And the more I hear about her, the more I'm like, she's fucking crazy. And
Remember, we gotta keep her name out of our mouth.
well, I'm trying.
Yeah.
And I haven't said her name.
We'll get slapped. if we say it.
I just think that he is he's just in a situation like I don't know why. There's nothing in that relationship for him. She's sleeping with her son's friends. And if they have an open relationship, I haven't heard about him stepping out with anybody.
Mhm.
So it seems like it's all on her end. So what is in it for you? And I would say, if it makes you happy, fine. But clearly, he's having some sort of issue because he's willing to punch somebody in the face. And over her? Like, seriously? Come on, man.
That's love.
No, it isn't. It isn't. Because he was laughing until he saw she was unhappy.
He's like, whoops.
And then he's like, I have to do something now. Or she would probably...
Defend my honor.
Probably slap him if he didn't.
Yeah, or she'd probably raise hell later.
Yeah.
So he had to do something, and it's like, I don't know. It's not for me to say. I just think that like there's something really odd going on in that house, and it's like, I can't look at him anymore because I just go, oh,
I have a hard time looking at Martin now.
why?
I know he's older. And
Yeah,
when you get older, you can't really stay in shape like you used to.
yeah.
But it's just sad to see him a little pudgy.
Pudgy.
I don't know.
Especially in that movie.
Yeah.
Like I loved the first one.
He's running like,
You remember how
wait.
remember the shape he used to be in back then in the 90s?
Yeah.
Martin was in good shape.
Hmm.
Well, after Boomerang. Because he said in interviews before that he had to put on a little weight so that he doesn't look better than Eddie Murphy.
I bet that was an Eddie Murphy rule too.
I think he said that.
Hmm.
Lose some weight, buddy. Yeah.
But it's hard to
Oh,
see him trying to, do action scenes now with the way he is.
Yeah.
Plus the scene in the trailer that he's trying to get snacks.
Yeah. How long has that hot dog been there?
Hmm.
I thought the last one was the last one.
Yeah.
Bad Boys for Life. We're done. Nope.
Hmm.
We're gonna milk this.
Yep.
Crazy.
Does seem
I've
interesting.
seen them all except for obviously this one. because
I've
they'll
only
come out
seen
yet,
the
but
first one.
You haven't seen the other ones?
I think I've seen some of the second. And that wasn't too crazy.
Yeah.
Plus, I think it was long.
Really?
It's like the same plot every time.
Yeah.
We're cops. We gotta stop these guys.
We have to go cop.
We gotta do our jobs.
Yeah, we gotta go cop
we
over
gotta
there.
serve and protect.
So,
So,
I have a saga.
okay. What's your saga?
So my mom's been in the hospital since Wednesday.
No.
Yeah. I got a
I
phone
can't
call.
say hi, Mom.
Yeah.
What
I got a
happened?
phone call Wednesday in the morning.
Okay.
And she had gone to the doctor the day before, and something happened with her test, and they were like, "You need to go to the hospital now."
Which
so
hospital?
she went to Good Samaritan,
Okay.
which Tina used to work at.
Hi,
And
Tina.
I'll get to her in a minute, Tina. So I didn't know if this was something like I should be super concerned about, because my mom was kind of like downplaying it, and I was like, well, not like downplaying it, but she was like, "Oh, I'm just gonna go. It's fine."
Go hang out at the hospital.
I called up Tina, and I'm like,
field trip.
"Should I be like super concerned about this?" And she goes, "Well, it depends," and blah blah blah. And I'm like, "Oh, okay, never mind. That's all I need to know." So. So I went to the hospital. I walk in the main thing.
Yep.
And I walk up to the desk, and I'm like, I'm looking for Mom. Where is she? I'm looking for my mom, and I give her a name, and they're like, "Oh, well, she's still in the emergency room." Now, I was told that her doctor was calling the emergency room, and she wasn't gonna. It was gonna be like straight through, no waiting.
Right.
Right. So I'm like, shit.
Cut in line.
Yeah, like she was just gonna bloom right through. So I go to the emergency room, and I'm looking around. They're not in the waiting room, and I'm like, okay, well, she must be back somewhere. So I walk up, because it's like a main desk, and then there's a weird desk off to the side. So I walk over to the weird desk because there's nobody in line there.
Nice.
And I said, I'm actually looking for somebody, and they're like, oh, okay. So I say who it is, and they're like, well, they haven't been seen yet. And I'm like, well, yeah, but...
Where is she?
And
physically.
So they said, well, she's still in the waiting room. And I said, unless she's turned invisible. Because I don't see her.
She went home.
So
I'm out of here.
So she's like, well, they probably took her out back for a couple tests, but she's coming back here.
Oh,
and I said, why would you bring somebody out back for testing? And then I was like, this is backwards. So I said, fine, I'll sit down. So I sat down. I had a mask on, right? Because it's flu season.
Yep.
And the freaking neurovirus and stuff is going around, and I don't want none of it. So I'm sitting there with a mask on, kind of like trying to sit away from people, and I'm like, I am in a petri dish of germs. I'm gonna walk out of here sick. I know it. Like, I've turned into the worst paranoid person. I'm like, oh Jesus, somebody's.
It was like the article about Felix Unger.
Yeah, like somebody's gonna give me something. So they finally come out back, and they finally come back to the waiting room, and my dad kind of looks at me, and then he's like, kind of like, is that you?
He didn't recognize his own daughter?
I had a mask on. So I get up and I walk over, I'm like, hey. And he goes,
what are you doing here?
Yeah, it was essentially like, why are you here? And I'm like, well, because...
Same reason you're here.
Well, here's the thing.
Mom.
If I didn't go, right, my dad, because of his hearing aids, he can't talk on the phone.
Yeah.
So he's not going to call me. He doesn't know how to text, so that's out. So I would have
Smoke
to...
signals.
Yeah, I'd now have to rely on carrier pigeon. Or my mom will have to text me. And if she's preoccupied, I think So I said, well, I'm here because I'm not going to get any information otherwise. So then my mother goes, good, I'm glad you're here. He's useless.
Bob.
And I said, why is he useless? And she goes, because he can't hear the doctors. He can't hear anything. So I'm like, oh, great. So now it's like we're in a waiting room and I don't want to talk loud.
You're the interpreter.
Right? So every time I wanted to talk to my dad, I would type a note in my phone and just show him. And he would shake his head or just go, yup or no. So we're sitting there and it's kind of quiet after a while. And we've been there like 2 hours now.
Okay.
So he leans over to me, and because of his hearing, he has no voice volume.
Yeah.
So he's yelling. He's talking louder than he needs to. So he leans over to me and goes, hey, I'm glad no one here has a real emergency. We'd all be in trouble. And I was like, Dad, shh. And he goes, it's true. We've all been sitting here for 4 hours.
Someone gets up. Yeah, he's right.
I had my hoodie on. I was melting into the chair. It was like 110 degrees. And he had his jacket on the whole day. And I looked over at him and I was like, and I type it into my phone, aren't you hot? And I show it to him and he goes, no.
Damn.
And I said, why? And he goes, I am fine. said,
Leave me
fine.
alone.
Be fine. So I got there a little bit before noon.
Okay.
They finally call her back to the emergency exam room.
Dinner time.
It was like 3-4 o'clock.
Damn.
Yeah. So we go back there, right? And I'm gonna shorthand this, right? There's a lot of waiting. And while we're just sitting around waiting,
You run into some characters, don't you?
yeah. And the aforementioned Tina
Oh.
used to work in this emergency room.
Okay.
And she used to tell me, like, she'd have to do, like, people who were going to self-harm, she would have to sit with them and make sure they didn't do anything. And she'd have to, like, sit outside people's rooms and do all kinds of shit. And I was like, wow, that must suck. Oh, I found out how bad it sucks while I was there.
Yeah.
Because there was one guy. I'll start you off with the one guy. He was wandering around. He had long gray hair.
All right.
Right? Beard. Sean would have hated him. He had a beard.
Strutting around.
He had like just a t-shirt on, but his boxer shorts. He had on boxer shorts, and that's it.
Oh.
No shoes.
No shirt, no service.
No footwear.
Holy shit.
That's why he wasn't seen. No shoes, no service. And I don't know what he was there for, but he was very, like...
Cool.
He kept coming out and saying, someone needs to put something good on my TV. It's like, what are you here? What are you here for? What are you here for? So at one point...
Soap operas.
Something occurred with water. And one of the nurses said something new about spilling water. And he goes, what? You motherfucker. And he's like, how dare you accuse me of spilling water? He's like, am I that type of person? I'm just going to spill water? He's like, why would I spill the water? And he's like going on and on about it. But like as he's going on about it, he's getting more and more angry.
No.
And he's like, fuck you. And he's like, I don't even like you. And he's going on. And finally security was like, sir, you need to calm down. And he's like, no, now I'm not calming down. Now that's it.
What was this guy's name?
I have no idea. But because they had people on stretchers like outside the exam rooms. Mm-hmm. So there was a guy on a stretcher outside my mother's exam room, and he was in a 3-piece suit.
Oh.
And his name is Michael.
Oh.
He went to look good for the hospital.
Yeah, and he claimed he was there for a hip surgery, and I'm like, that's not...
Okay.
You wouldn't just be hanging out there in a 3-piece suit. So he's kind of hanging out, and then he starts, like, doing these weird stretches. But he's making, like, these weird grunting sexual sounds, like, ugh.
You don't dress for the job you have. You dress for the job you want.
Yeah, and he's like,
He wanted to
and I'm like, oh, my God, buddy. And he was latched onto one of the male nurses whose name was Tim. And the only reason I know Tim's name is because Michael continually said Tim's name the whole afternoon. Excuse me, Tim. Tim, excuse me, Tim. Tim, I just want to say one more thing. Tim. Michael didn't shut up the whole fucking time he was there.
There's always one.
Damn.
And I looked at my dad, and because he's deaf, and I was like, can you hear him? And he goes, I can't hear what he's saying, but he's been talking this whole time. I said, I know. I said,
Should have recorded him.
I said, you know what? As the night wore on, I wished I did.
I don't think you can record him.
No, probably not. But
I don't give your consent.
Michael eventually got quiet, and I suspect the nurses gave Michael something to shut him up.
Good.
But at one point, he went up and he went to the bathroom, and he was gone like 45 minutes. And when anybody went to, I don't know, maybe Tina can explain this phenomenon to me. Whenever anybody went to the bathroom, they were in there for at least a half an hour. Mm. Now, this leads me to another thing, right? So apparently, if you're a patient, you're supposed to leave the door open a little bit, right? So the doors have a thing on the outside so that if a nurse needs to get in and get at you, they can unlock the bathroom door. You can't lock anybody out.
Right, emergency.
Right? Important to the story. So,
And we go.
Nikki shows up.
Hey,
So
Nikki.
Nikki's there with me and my parents, and
Okay.
my mom has to go to the bathroom.
All right.
And so she has her walker. So Nikki has her sit in the walker and just pushes her across the hall.
It's getting interesting already.
So they're waiting outside the bathroom. Now there's a woman who shows up, and they had an interpreter for her, so we already knew she didn't understand too much English.
All right.
So she kind of points at the bathroom and then points at Nikki and is like, "Huh?" And Nikki's like, "It's locked." She's given the thing. "It's locked. I can't go in." And she's like, "Huh?" So Nikki's like, "I'm not. Oh, somebody's in there. I'm not opening the door." And she's like, "Well, just." And she's making an unlock motion, and Nikki's like, "No." So now the woman just gets right up on the door and just starts furiously knocking. And you hear something going on inside, like, "Hey, somebody's in here." Like something.
Hold on.
The woman gets impatient,
Occupied.
unlocks the door, whips it open, and then looks at Nikki. "Here you go." There is a woman inside with no pants on.
I misplaced my pants.
She is missing her pants. I wouldn't say she's missing her pants, but she's missing her pants on her body. She has her pants in her hand, and she's washing them in the sink.
Ew.
Nikki comes
Come on,
back.
you got something good for that?
Nikki,
No! God, please, no! No! No!
Nikki comes back with my mom and then goes, "I just saw a woman with no pants on." I said, "What led you to see somebody with no pants on?" She tells me the whole story, and I'm like, "That's awful."
Damn.
So
Poor
then
Nikki.
there's one more guy. Didn't get this guy's name, but he starts yelling,
Okay.
and he goes,
Obscenities?
well, I don't know what his issue was, but he was talking about. At first, he said something about a baby. "Can't bring the baby around my house," and I'm like, "Nobody's bringing a baby to your house, buddy." And he's like, "I don't got no problem with anybody up in here," and I'm like, "Great, I'm glad to hear that." And he goes, "I don't got a problem with you. I don't got a problem with you. I don't got a problem with you." And I'm like, "I just want to hear you don't have a problem with me."
I'm a complete stranger.
Then he goes, he starts yelling, and now he's just yelling just crazy shit. And a nurse grabs the phone, and because she's gonna call somebody,
Who's she gonna
and
call?
I don't know who she's gonna call, but she didn't get a chance to because the guy grabs the phone, goes, "Hello, motherfucker," and then slams the phone, takes the entire phone, pulls it, and then smashes it up against the wall and breaks it.
Oh my God.
And now security is like
This is on, like,
tackling this
on
guy.
Tuesday?
This is Wednesday.
Oh.
Well, Wednesday into Thursday because I was there.
Wednesday. Damn.
My dad is now Curious George, and he gets up out
Curious
of his
Bob.
chair, and I grab his arm, and I said, "What do you think you're doing?" And he goes, "I want to see."
He's curious.
I said, "You're not poking your head out this door." I said, "They're tackling this guy." And he's screaming, this guy. And he's like, "I need a militia. The militia's going to save me. Where's my militia?" And I'm like, they all went home. It's 9 o'clock
Were
at
the
night.
police involved at this time?
The security was.
Oh my God.
So then he's like, "Fine, you want me in my room?"
That'd be like the worst job.
He runs over to his room, the room that they were keeping him in,
Yeah.
and he goes, "You want me in here? Fine." And he starts slamming the door. Boom, 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 boom. Now I'm in the fucking room. Boom, boom, boom.
Damn.
And he's like, "You want the door closed?" Boom, now it's closed, motherfucker. And I was like, "Holy shit."
Wow.
And I was just sitting there, and then... So they drug him. He was screaming, "I don't want your drugs. I don't want your drugs." I'm like, "Oh, you're getting drugs." So he quieted down.
Yeah.
And then I heard one of the nurses
Probably
go.
passed out.
Then I heard one of the nurses go, "He broke the phone." And then another nurse goes, "Good. I'm glad."
Thing's been ringing all day. Broke the.
Oh my gosh.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So I wait until my mom gets situated in her room, which is now like 10:30 at night.
Okay.
So there's a whole rigmarole with that. So she finally gets in her room,
Yeah.
and me, my dad, and
A
Nikki.
private room? Or was it like
Well,
shared?
there was
room?
another person.
Okay.
So me, my dad, and Nikki, we kind of got thrown out at that point because it's like 10:30 at night. Visiting hours ended at 8.
Right.
So we go to leave. Now my dad had made a thing like, "Oh, the car's like 2 miles away," and I'm like, "Wow, that sucks, Dad." And I was like, "I had
Kid,
to park
come pick me up.
because I had to park in the auxiliary parking lot, like I was way down."
Damn.
And I'm like,
Yeah, shuttle.
"Yeah," I'm like. So he's like, "Yeah, it's really far." So we walk out the emergency room exit.
It's like planes, trains, and automobiles.
And so we're walking, and then Nikki looks over and goes, "Papa, isn't that your car there?" And he goes, "Well, yeah." And she goes, "It's right fucking there." And he goes, "Oh, well, it looked further away during the day." So
Wow.
one more small piece of that before we wrap up the video. Nikki was gonna follow him home to make sure he got home okay,
Okay.
because he can't see at night. He's at that age now. He can't see at night.
Right.
So she's like, "I'm gonna follow him home," and I said, "Okay, I'm just gonna go home if you're gonna follow him home." So I went home.
All
I
right.
was almost home. I get 2 texts from Nikki, and then I get a phone call.
Oh.
I didn't see the texts because I was driving, but
Right.
obviously I see the phone call. So I pick up the phone and I'm like, "What's going on? And is everything okay?" And she goes, Papa got pulled over."
For speeding?
Apparently so.
Damn, Bob.
Now, she pulled up, the cop got in front of her and pulled my dad over.
Damn, how fast
My-
was he going?
Nikki pulls up behind the cop, puts her window down, and as the cop gets out of his car, she leans out and yells, "Excuse me!" So he
Officer!
turns and says, "Yeah?" And she goes, "That's my grandfather. We're just coming home. I'm following him home. He can't hear you." "You're going to have to talk really loudly."
Give one of those megaphones.
And he goes, "Okay, thank you." So he walks
Move
over.
along.
He walks over to the car, and Nikki didn't hear a lot of the conversation. All he heard was the cop say, "Slow down and have a good night." So I think
So if Nicky wasn't there, he probably would have got a ticket.
he wouldn't have been able to hear him. I don't like. It's just crazy.
Sir, what's the rush? What?
Where's the fire? Fire!
What?
Oh my goodness! Hang on.
All right.
Yeah. Did we have a winner last week?
We did have a winner. Congratulations, Jimbo. He guessed the movie was Clerks.
Oh yes, it was.
Kevin Smith. All right. So he gets 1 gift card.
No. He's like,
Doesn't have to be mailed
I don't
out.
think he even goes to Dunkin' Donuts, but whatever. He won. So this week's worth 1 gift card. Dunkin' Donuts, $5. Comment the name of the movie on the video. If you're correct in first, you win. Pretty easy.
That's easy.
All right. You ready?
I am ready.
Good morning. How are you? Now, I'm going to ask you a bunch of questions, and I want them answered immediately. Who is your daddy, and what does he do? Comment below.
That is familiar.
All right.
I will have to.
If I did it in the voice, you would have known exactly.
You almost did.
I almost did.
Oh, so you get it already?
Yeah.
Oh wow, he's got it already.
I'm sure someone.
Sean
does
wins.
already. Woo, me!
It doesn't count if you're here. Thank you so much for joining us. We will see you next time. Before I send it down the table, here is your fun fact of the week. When Weird Al was developing the Weird Al show, Seth MacFarlane pitched him an animated segment which Al didn't go with. The segment was later developed into Family Guy.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hey,
Have a
fun
great
fact?
weekend, and happy Easter.
Al kicking himself for that one?
Probably not.
Happy everything.